Welcome to the Books Between Friends podcast.
3 lifelong friends,
one shared obsession.
Books.
From epic fantasy to page-turning thrillers.
We dive into the stories we love
And the ones we just can't stop talking about.
So take a seat,
Grab a drink,
and get cozy.
Hey book friends, welcome back. Question for you again. What is currently bookmarked in your brain? Let me tell you, at the risk of sounding gross and gloomy, my For You page has been littered with the Epstein files. I don't know if y'all have been getting it as much as I have, but it's intense. And I don't want to yes, what's happened is not good, and the people that are responsible need to suffer the consequences no matter what side you're on. But I like to keep our channel happier, but just to let our people know, we do keep up with current events. We don't just have our heads in the sand. That has literally been bookmarked in my brain. Maybe not for a great reason, but it has been nonstop on my For You page. So that's what's bookmarked in my brain. What about you?
You know what's funny? Me and Jen were actually texting earlier about other current events that are going on. Yeah. To your point, Ethan, we want this podcast and this time to not just be a sanctuary away from that for us, but also for our listeners. Because there's just a lot of noise out there that can be very toxic.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, for me, we were just talking about this, but my husband and I have been on a mission to find our favorite THC drink. So we are on that THC beverage bandwagon right now.
Love it.
And at the moment, I need to pull this out of my little koozie, but Cycling Frog is what we're liking right now. So far, that's been my favorite. So
I don't think I've
definitely
ever had
check
one
it
of
out.
those, so I definitely have to check one out.
I love
like
it.
a good
It's great.
THC drink. What is it? Can you taste? There's one that I had, and I can't remember the brand, but it was I could not taste the skunkiness of it, and that's what I really enjoyed. And yet, it still felt like it still kicked in pretty good for me.
Yeah. So
what about that one?
That's what we're looking for, is one where you can't taste that skunkiness. And so far, this is the one where I'm not getting any of that at all.
Okay.
So
right.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
I guess this weekend I'm
and it's with real fruit juice.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, check it out.
An added bonus.
Cycling Frog.
Cycling Frog.
# not sponsored, but call us.
So for me, it should not come as a surprise, guys, that all I think about is books. So because I do a lot of the managing for our social media, I get a lot of the recommendations for our podcast, and I can't even keep up with the amount of recommendations we have received on what books to read. I was in the middle of reading 2 or 3 other series, and now I completely stopped reading all of those to read this one series I'm on right now, which is really good. It's consuming my whole life. But as I'm reading this other series, I keep seeing recommendations for the series The Wolf King, guys. And I am not going to lie to you.
Yeah.
All week, that is what's been bookmarked in my brain. I cannot stop thinking about wanting to start The Wolf King. But the only reason that I've been holding off is because book 3, which I think is the final book, doesn't come out until September. So I'm okay, why would I want to read the first 2 books now if I'm going to have to try to do a reread before September? But the amount of times it keeps coming up on my For You page has been so overwhelming that I'm maybe I should just read it now, you guys. I should just read it.
Peer pressure.
All the signs are telling you to do it.
Yeah.
Well, because I obsess over it, obviously it's going to keep showing up on my
right. The algorithm is doing that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
So you're kind of doing it to yourself, if you think about it.
I can't stop thinking about it, you guys. It's so hard.
It's a self-fulfilling prophecy.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm not reading it.
I mean, we have so many other series that have been recommended that you can. It's good filler to put in until you can wait for the 3rd one to be released in September.
Yeah, I guess so. I'm trying to finish Red Queen. I'm trying to finish the Darkmoor Penitentiary series. I'm trying to also read the book we're reading for our podcast, and I'm also now picking up a new book that's really good. And now I have to read book 2 of that. So I'm
oh my God.
Yeah, well, maybe not do that then.
Yeah, I think I'm going to wait for Wolf King. So I need it to stop showing up on the page.
Yeah, just don't interact with it anymore. Just It's not there.
Stop it. So that's me, you guys.
Love it. Love this journey for all of us. Okay, so let's go ahead and get into it. All right, book friends, today we are wrapping up our Throne of Glass miniseries, and fair warnings, feelings are gonna be hurt during this convo, probably. Again, this is one of those rare, powerful moments where all three of us have officially finished the entire series, in this case, it's Throne of Glass, and that means we're finally doing something we've been building toward this whole time, is just making these videos about it. So we've kicked off this miniseries with our hottest takes episode, opinions were shared, alliances were tested, and some of us learned very quickly that we do not read these books the same.
Yeah.
Then we followed it up with our What Ifs episode, where we spiraled into alternate timelines, questioned major character decisions, and emotionally rewrote half the series. And then we decided to throw caution to the wind and put our beloved characters through a bracket challenge in our video, Who Would Win in a Fight? So now we're doing the most dangerous thing of all. We're ranking every Throne of Glass book from book 1 through book 8. That's right, no brackets, no matchups, just pure, unfiltered chaos as we attempt to put the entire series in order. So, if you haven't watched our previous episodes yet, we highly recommend starting there. They really do set the stage for why this ranking might get messy. And if you're ready to disagree with us, go ahead and like this video, subscribe to the channel, and let's jump on in to what we have here today.
Okay, you guys. So before we start ranking these books, as always, we have to set some ground rules before we get started, because we know this is going to be heated. If you've watched our other Throne of Glass series discussions, y'all probably know where this is going. So again, we are ranking all 8 of the books, and we'll be building one tier list. But this is going to be a little bit of a different tier list where we're ranking them from 1 through 8, and only one book is allowed in each category. So our number 1 would be the best book, to number 8 being the worst book. So that means every placement is up for debate. Every opinion has to be defended, and no book is safe. So when we are deciding where each book lands on our tier list, we are accounting for things like overall impact of the series, character development and long-term arcs, pacing and emotional payoff, rereadability, and then how much psychic damage the book caused us. So there's one more twist though. Each co-host is allowed one veto at any point during this ranking discussion. If a book placement just feels wrong, disrespectful, or wildly unhinged, you simply can't stand it, then you can use your veto. So what that means is the placement is immediately thrown out, the book goes back up for debate, and the group has to re-argue where it belongs. But you only get one, so once you use it, that's it. You can't use it again, no takebacks, no second chances. So you have to be strategic about when you use your veto, because you never know when you might need it later on. Again, just to be clear, this isn't about our favorite characters or single iconic scenes. This is about the books themselves overall and how they function within the full Throne of Glass series as a whole. So if you disagree with us, perfect. That's what we're doing this for. You think we're wrong? Even better. So let us know in the comments which book you'd veto immediately, which placement you're already mad about, and how you'd rank the series differently. We would love to see what your rankings are. All right, so now that we've laid the groundwork, I'm going to pass it over to Jen so that she can kick off the ranking and announce the first book on our board.
I am so excited for this, you guys. All right, let's do this. And just from past experiences of talking to you guys, I know this is going to be an interesting discussion.
I know. I'm ready for it.
Okay. All right, you guys. So let's start with our first placement on the list. We have the Assassin's Blade. What are we thinking about, you guys? Do we want to place it in 8th place, in 1st place? What are we thinking?
I think it needs to at least be top 3. just because of like how much it ties the whole series together in the end.
That's
So
awfully bold.
Yeah, I was like, I don't know about
so
top
that's
three.
no, that I'm thinking that's where it needs to go. Somewhere in the top three.
I was thinking somewhere between fourth and fifth place myself.
Okay.
I think this is a solid, like, let's see. Hold on. Let me like rewrite my list real quick because I have it going down.
Oh, you have
Okay,
a
no.
list?
I'll just yeah, I made one beforehand just so I would have like context in how I talk about these things. Okay. I'm thinking this is like I agree with Jen. Like this is a solid middle ground book because
Okay.
to your point, Steph, it does lay the groundwork and like it ties everything together even before we knew there was anything to tie together.
Right.
So I love that. I This is one of my favorites in the series. Like
Yeah.
I love this book, but I still think there are other books that while they may not be my favorite, I think they do more for the series as a whole. I would be tempted to put this at like 5.
I was thinking more four because I think that you're right, Steph. It needs to go pretty high up. But I'm already thinking of other books that are top three in my head. Of course, we're not all going to agree on the top three, so that's gonna
Yeah.
be fun to get there.
That is
Yeah.
going to be fun.
But I think it's either a good solid four.
Okay, well, I will compromise at 4.
Yay!
How do you feel about that, Ethan?
I was like, I feel great about four.
I'm not thrilled with it, but I'm not going to waste my veto yet. So
Okay.
I will compromise begrudgingly. Yes, 4 is fine.
Okay,
It's
so
fine.
Okay.
that's our final rank for this one, 4.
Yes.
Right. Okay.
All
Starting
right.
strong. Starting strong.
Our next book that we are going to discuss and rank is Throne of Glass. Oh, this was such a great book. And honestly, like this book by itself, without knowing how it led into this big ass series, was great. Like it was a great story about a love triangle, an assassin trying to become the king's champion. Like that story in itself would have been fine. Like I loved it.
That's true. That's
Yeah.
true.
I think
Unfortunately,
that's-
it's part of a series.
yeah, no, yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's a good 5. Like I think it's right there with
Oh.
Assassin's Blade.
I was thinking 5 too.
Oh my gosh, I was
This-
thinking 8.
What? No, there's definitely another book I have in mind that's a definite 8.
Yeah.
Well, of
I
course
already
you
know
do.
what 8 is for me.
This is a good book, Ethan. Like this sets the
No,
stage.
don't get me wrong. Okay, so when we say ranking, best to worst, I feel like is a little harsh. I do not think that any of these books are just awful
No.
compared to the
Yeah.
rest of the
No.
series. I think
Yeah.
it's okay compared to the rest of the series. Like with the rest of what the series does.
I think this is a fun book, and
No, it's totally fun.
Yeah.
I love it. It's just I had more fun in the others.
And then I would say
Okay,
maybe
let me
a
let me
6.
think about this for a
Yeah.
minute. So, me and Jen are saying 5.
Mm-hmm.
You're saying 8, Ethan?
I'm saying 8, like a solid 8 at that. Like
No, there's no. I
Let's
would
Actually, hold on.
compromise a 6.
I would compromise a 7.
I can
You know
think of
what?
2 others that go in 7 and 8.
Well, of course you would. That's going to be my veto.
You don't even know what book I'm thinking of. Hush now.
I would go
I
to
think
I would go to 6 or 7 with you, Ethan.
Yeah, I'm good with 6.
So 6?
okay, we can do 6, but just be prepared for my veto.
Yeah, I can
Okay.
rearrange things later, right?
I mean, we
sure.
didn't include that in the rules, so I guess so.
It depends on what the vetoes. Yeah, it depends on like the rest of the
When
ranking
the
and
vetoes come in.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
yeah. Let's put it.
Okay,
let's put it as
so
a 6 for now.
we're doing 6?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, we're only 2 books in.
Yeah.
I'm so uncomfortable.
The next book is Crown of Midnight, and that is the one I think needs to go number 8.
Okay, I would agree with that one. That's
agree with
why I
that
was going to
one.
compromise with 7.
That's why I'm like,
I agree.
Ethan, Throne of Glass is not a solid 8. I'm like, Crown of Midnight is a solid 8.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That
I would get
like
yeah.
right off the bat, that was my pick for 8.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
okay. Yay. Okay, that was easier. No sweat.
Okay. The next one is Heir of Fire. I would say for me, that's going to go in the 7 spot.
Let me see.
Great
Oh my
book.
gosh.
Don't get me wrong.
This is hard.
And I know that this is where she finally owned her shit and was like, all right, I'm going to be Aelin. But compared to some of these other books, like now I'm kind of thinking maybe Throne of Glass should have gone on number 7 and Heir of Fire should have been number 6. Okay, Ethan,
Okay.
since you're so appalled by my choice, what would be your choice?
Yeah, where are you putting Heir of Fire, Ethan?
You're gonna make fun of me now.
No, we're not. Just say it.
3.
No.
Okay.
I'm telling you,
I
I
did
have some
not see that
strong
coming.
opinions.
Yeah, no. It was good, but it wasn't one of the best. It's not top 3 material, that's for sure.
Okay,
Okay, make
hear
your
me
Yeah,
out.
I wouldn't
Yeah,
put it
make
in
your
top
case.
3. Yeah, let's hear it.
Hear me out. Heir of Fire is like the strongest book when it comes to a full-on. She trains, she has a good training arc, and then it has a payoff at the end where she defeats a villain. And the cast expands. We get Rowan. And honestly, I think this is the best book of Rowan and Aelin, period. Like, when they become mates, like, it's cool, but it's also safe, like too safe for any kind of true realistic character development to me for either one of them. But Heir of Fire, I think it is really solid. Like, we get all of the world building as far as what she can actually do with her powers. We get the cadre. We get a really good, like, ominous villain. Like, the Vogue at this point seemed like the worst of the worst, the baddest of the bad. And then they kind of fizzle out later in other books to me.
Mm-hmm.
But this one, I was like, oh shit, like what else is gonna go down? And we still have Maeve to confront later on. Like, that, it was just a promising book of what's to come, even though maybe the other books down the line didn't really pay off to me. But at the time, I didn't know that. But it was just, I think it's a solid book, and it's a solid 3.
Okay. Well, after hearing your case, I will compromise at 5 for you.
Yeah, me too.
So 5?
Let's do it.
You still have your veto.
That's true.
Okay.
I think he knows which
Let me
one-
think.
I think he knows where he wants to use his veto.
But
I think I
can-
already know where I'm gonna probably have to use my
I think-
veto.
my veto.
I think Steph and I are on, like, along the same lines of veto, so I don't, like, maybe we can team up.
Let's be strategic and form an alliance here.
I want to use it. What's left? We have Queen of Queen of Shadows,
Yeah.
Empire of Storms, and Kingdom of Ash. Yeah, I'll use my veto now.
So what, you want to make it for
Okay.
a 3?
Yeah, so, well, we all still have to decide. So, like, Heir
Yeah.
of Fire, we were going to put at 5.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I'm
And
fine at a 3.
I'm using my veto. Imagine a sign here that says veto.
Okay, so Heir of Fire at 3. Okay.
I can just hear the fandom now, like, what the hell are you doing?
Right.
Yeah.
It
I
should
never
not be
said
top
mine was the
3.
most popular opinion. But I think that I made a solid case for it to be a 3.
Okay. Queen of Shadows is the next one. And for me, that's going to go in spot number 2.
Yeah, I wanted this one at 3, but since 3 is taken, I
Yeah.
can't put it below
Yeah.
Assassin's Blade or Heir
I
of Fire.
can't either. Queen of Shadows.
This is one of my
Queen
favorites.
of Shadows is everything. I loved
Yeah.
this freaking book.
I
would
also
argue
put this
it's
at 2.
Yeah, I was like, I would argue it's kind of probably number 1, but I think 2 is a good spot. This was my
So
favorite.
two-
Like, I
we're-
loved Queen of Shadows.
We're
yeah.
all agreeing
I did too.
on 2 for Queen of Shadows then.
Yeah.
Okay. Here we go.
I know what's next,
Sorry.
you guys.
You guys.
Okay, next up we have Tower of Dawn. So, I want to hear what you guys want to put this one before I tell you where I think this book should go.
I think you already know this is my number one. I have always said since the beginning, Tower of Dawn is my favorite book in the series. And it still is.
Ethan?
It should come as no surprise. This is also my number one.
Okay. So it's not my number one.
We know this.
Honestly, if we would have agreed for Air of Fire to go number 5, I would have been fine putting it on number 3. But I am using my veto for this one. We are not putting this one at number 1.
Okay, so side note before we move on. Just because someone vetoed earlier does not necessarily, we've been saying locked in, but it doesn't necessarily mean that it's truly locked in, because in our rules earlier, we were saying like once a veto has been played, we have to decide as a group how to rearrange things.
Mm-hmm.
So
So we can rearrange.
we can still
the order.
rearrange
Yeah.
Air of Fire if needed.
Okay.
Based on your veto put forth.
Yeah,
So,
'cause
like,
I'm sure you
time.
guys are not going to be happy with it in number 5.
No, not even
No,
close.
no, no.
No. It can't be number 5. It
I'm
has
fine
to
with
at
that.
least be top 3 for me. Minimum.
Yes.
I mean,
okay.
to me, it's number 4, but whatever. Yeah, go ahead.
Can you scroll back up? We lost the
Yeah.
top 2 spots. Yeah. Okay.
So we don't have anything at number 1 yet.
So-
Queen of Shadows, Air of Fire.
Okay, so I veto that this goes in number 1. So it either goes in 5, 7, or we can rearrange to make room for Tower of Dawn. What do you guys think?
Okay, how about we move Air of Fire and Assassin's Blade down?
1. Yep.
1.
Yeah,
Yeah, each of them go down 1.
I'll concede.
I like
I'll
that
concede.
idea.
Okay. So Assassin's Blade is 5, Air of Fire is 4,
And then Tower of Dawn is 3.
Tower of Dawn is 3.
Yeah.
Let me get back up there. Okay.
Okay. The next one is Empire of Storms. And I obviously have no say here. I don't think this is my number 1 pick either.
Yeah.
But I also don't think it's a number 7 either.
This is where we get introduced to Manon, right?
No,
we
she
get
gets
introduced
introduced to her pretty
Queen of
early
Shadows.
on. Yeah.
Oh, and Queen of Shadows? Okay.
That's why that's one of my favorites. But Empire of Storms has a lot of her story here as well.
This is where her
Yes.
character arc
This is where she
really shines.
Shines.
Honestly, that's the only thing that kept me interested in reading Empire of Storms. Because remember, this is a tandem read.
Yes.
And I love Tower of Dawn so much. Like, I couldn't wait to get back to Tower of Dawn during the tandem read. Except
I
for
was
when
the
we had
opposite.
Manon.
Yeah. Yeah, I was the opposite. I really liked Empire of Storms. I really liked that story more than reading Tower of Dawn. For me, it's like top 3 would have been like top 3 would be Empire of Storms, Queen of Shadows, and Kingdom of Ash. Not in that order, but like those are somewhere up there. So I don't want to put Empire of Storms in 7 just because like I feel like it was such a great story. I even could see it going below Tower of Dawn into number 4 and like moving everything down 1.
I would agree with that. I
So
would
where
agree with.
where are y'all proposing to put it?
And number
So we're
4,
saying number 4 and move Air of
then
Fire,
everything
Assassin's
down.
Blade, and Throne
Yeah.
of Glass down.
do you think Empire of Storms is better than Air of Fire?
I
No.
wouldn't say so.
No.
But it's not
Had it not
better
been for the
than-
tandem read and Manon, I probably would have DNF'd Empire of Storms. I hated
Mm-hmm.
reading Adian and Aylin's side of things.
Yeah, I was just like, let's move on.
It
please.
was
I'm over
such
it.
a trudge. Like it
Okay,
wasn't.
then move Assassin Blades and Throne of Glass below 1 and put it at number 5. I just don't want to give it a 7.
Yeah, I don't think it's a 7. It's definitely higher than a 7.
Yeah, I had it at 6. So
No. That was for me top 5.
Yeah. So, okay, so
Yeah, so we're
5?
talking about Assassin's Blade and Throne of Glass down 1.
They keep moving down one.
I mean, they were good. They were very good, but these other stories really picked
Yeah.
up. And like once you got introduced to way more characters, like it just made the story that much more rich, you know? Mm-hmm. So
I'm not thrilled with Kingdom of Ash being number 1.
Me neither.
Why
So
not?
I'm going to use my veto.
Okay, let's
Oh,
make
that's
Queen of
right. You have
Shadows
your
number
veto.
1.
I haven't used my veto. Y'all know I want Tower of Dawn at number 1, but I know I'm not going to win that fight probably.
So why not make Queen of Shadows number 1 and
So-
Kingdom of Ash number 2?
Yeah, and I could concede sometimes like Queen of Shadows is better than Tower of Dawn in some parts.
I loved Queen of Shadows. That was, I think actually that's
yeah.
my favorite book. Is Queen of Shadows.
If this were just my
agree.
tier ranking list, it would be my number 2. So yeah,
What
I
would
could
be Queen of Shadows?
Queen of Shadows, yeah. Yeah.
Same here. I put it at number 2 as well.
So
But
I could feel good about it being number 1.
Yep.
But then
I'm
I
feeling
don't
okay
know
with that.
about it being better than Tower of Dawn. Well, I do know. I don't think
you
it
know
is.
what? Just move Queen of Shadows and Tower of Dawn up 1 and make Kingdom of Ash 3, because I do like
Okay,
Tower of Dawn.
yeah.
There's nothing against Tower of Dawn. I really loved the Cognates. Like I loved all the new characters and I loved all the big reveals in that book.
There's so much
Irene
world
is so
building in Tower of Dawn.
amazing.
Yes.
You know, just because I didn't like Kale
Yeah.
doesn't mean I didn't like the rest of the story.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if you do compare
Okay.
it to Kingdom of Ash is just basically the final battle.
Yeah, it
stretched
just
out
all
in
wraps
in
up.
1,000 pages.
Stretched out and
Stretch way out. Yeah.
So yeah, move it up, and then we
Okay,
can make
so
Kingdom of Ash
move
number
it.
3. Yeah.
Okay, that was easier than I thought it would be, y'all. Okay.
There it is, you guys. We have our official Throne of Glass ranking from bottom to top. This list was
Hard-fought?
hard fought, emotionally charged, and probably just a tiny bit controversial, Ethan.
Yeah.
And honestly, we wouldn't have it any other way. Like this is like the best part about reading. I love seeing what other
Yeah.
people think, you know. So that was so much fun to do. And at number 8, we ended up having Crown of Midnight. Number 7, we put Throne of Glass. Number 6 is The Assassin's Blade. Number 5 is Empire Storms. Number 4 is Heir of Fire. Number 3 is Kingdom of Ash. Number 2 is Tower of Dawn. And then right at number 1, we have Queen of Shadows. So there it is, you
good
guys.
stuff. Good stuff.
Yeah, that was great. That was a lot of fun. And now we are going to each share what our own rankings would have been had we not had done this as a group. Because there was quite a bit of discussion as to what should have been number 1, top 3. Like we definitely don't agree on a lot of these. So we're each going to share our own.
Okay. All right. So my personal list, and I feel like I can just I truly can hear the fandom right now. I think mine is probably fairly controversial. So get ready to clutch your pearls. So we can start at the bottom. I'm going to work from the bottom to the top. So in spot number 8, I had Throne of Glass.
Okay.
But after having our talk, I was saying earlier, I was like, I usually lump Throne of Glass and Crown of Midnight in together because it's before we get Aelin. It's just Celena's story.
Mm-hmm.
But having realized that now, I would probably change that in retrospect. But I'm going to keep it as I had it. Throne of Glass. Then I did have Crown of Midnight next.
Okay.
This is where things probably start getting controversial, so we're not very far in. At number 6, I had Empire of Storms.
Okay.
I know, right? I'm sorry, Jen. I'm sorry. But no, I'm not, because I didn't like it as much.
Just kidding.
Number 5, I love The Assassin's Blade. I love all the novellas. It was great, and I think it's like strong middle of the pack.
Mm-hmm.
And then we start getting into my faves. So at number 4, I had Kingdom of Ash.
Okay.
Of course, it's epic. And I think honestly, it's not my favorite. I have it that high because I respect it, right? It's the ending. It brings closure. My girls, Lysandra and Irene, for the win. So number 4 was Kingdom of Ash for me. Number 3, I had Air of Fire. If my talk during our ranking was any indication. Air of Fire was number 3 for me. Number 2, I had Queen of Shadows. And then number 1 was Tower of Dawn.
Okay.
Solid. Yep. That's pretty good. Like it. All right, Ethan, that was a pretty solid ranking. Mine's just a little bit different. So for me, number 8 is definitely Crown of Midnight. I didn't hate it, but I didn't love it. As for number 7, I would say Throne of Glass. Like, I loved the story, but it's not up there compared to the others. I'd say Assassin's Blade is number 6. Actually, Assassin's Blade's number 5. I'm sorry. And Air of Fire is number 6.
Okay.
And then we have Tower of Dawn.
Just slightly different.
Just a little bit. And then Empire of Storms.
Okay.
Kingdom of Ash. And then top favorite is Queen of Shadows.
There we
Nice.
go.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's
Very solid.
Jen's list.
Honestly, I kind of want to reread Queen of Shadows, like just that book, not the whole series.
Just Queen of Shadows.
It is really good.
Just Queen of Shadows.
We respect
so
it.
good.
We respect it.
So good. Oh gosh.
They really should just put like one button to clear the whole thing. It's so dumb.
Right? Okay. Steph, what about you?
Okay, so mine is kind of like a combo of the two y'alls. As y'all know, just because my brain works this way, and I know it's probably going to ruffle some feathers, I have to start from the top with, not Air of Fire. Get out of here.
Like, whoa.
Tower of Dawn is my ultimate favorite in the series.
That was quite the
And then-
shakeup.
Yeah.
I know, right? And then Queen of Shadows is my number 2. And as I said, like right off the bat, Assassin's Blade is my number 3.
Okay.
Just because I love how much all of the novellas in this one ties the whole series together. I think that was just like so masterful. So that's where I would put it.
Okay.
And then from there, honestly, like all of these I almost like lump together as like I like them just as much as all the other ones in this list, you know? So I'm just like, I don't care where these go. These are my top 3. But if I had to absolutely rank them, I'm going to put Empire of Storms at 4, and then Kingdom of Ash at 5, and then Air of Fire at 6, and then Throne of Glass at 7, and Crown of Midnight at 8. So
That's a pretty solid ranking too, though. Assassin's
That's
Blade was
nice.
really good. I mean, that was the very first
Yeah.
book we
Yes.
read, and it was like
I know,
instant,
yeah.
You know, I love it.
And what's funny is I
All
remember
good rankings.
Yeah.
when we first read the series, we started with Assassin's Blade. And I remember I hated Selena.
Oh yeah.
And I kept texting you how, like, I almost DNF'd the whole series because of how much I hated Selena in Assassin's Blade. But then, like, my second go around, because I had already read the whole story, like, I just loved it so much. So, yeah that's why it's my top 3.
And we also listened to Assassin's Blade after Crown of Midnight, right? You did that the second time around?
Yeah.
Yeah, so did I. Because I was like, I don't want to read it first like I did the first time. I wanted to see like how the order would go, kind of like what people were recommending. So I think I read it after Crown of Midnight, and I was like, okay, I can see why people like this.
Yeah. Okay, awesome. There you go, you guys.
All right, yay. Officially wraps up our Throne of Glass mini series. We debated, we negotiated, we absolutely disrespected at least one book, and somehow we made it to the end with a full ranking intact, plus each of our own individual ones. Now, it's your turn, book friends. Which book did we rank correctly? Which one deserved better? And which placement are you already typing an angry comment about? It's okay if it's a suggestion I made. I own it. Let us know down below. We will be reading them. And yes, we are fully prepared to defend our choices. So just be prepared for me to clap back in the comments. If you enjoyed this episode and want more Throne of Glass content, make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and check out the rest of this mini-series, including our hottest takes, our what ifs, and who would win in a fight episodes. Thank you so much for hanging out with us, book friends. Until next time, keep reading, keep debating, and we'll see you in the next chapter.
Yay!
That's a wrap for Books Between Friends today. Thanks for listening, and we'll catch you in the next chapter.